Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel overwhelmed by all the tasks in front of you? Do you feel overwhelmed by all the things that need to be sorted out, solved, and resolved before your life starts looking the way you want it to look? If you do feel overwhelmed by all these things, I have something valuable to share with you. I truly believe it can help you. But sorry, first I'm going to have to make you feel even more overwhelmed. And the fact is that even if you decide to take action right now, to start tackling these things in front of you, to start trying to solve, resolve, sort out things in your life, to start trying to make some forward movement, you're going to find out pretty soon that you're not capable just yet of tackling a lot of those tasks. You're going to find out that there are things in your life that you engaging in right now is just a waste of time and energy. You're going to find out that there are a lot of things that you are just not ready to resolve. You are just not ready to complete those tasks and leave them behind you. And you're not ready to create that kind of forward movement that you imagine. If this made you feel even more overwhelmed, let's get to the positive side of things. This uncomfortable truth that a lot of things in front of you are not worth, I will not say not worth taking on right now, but it is far from your best investment of time and energy to tackle them right now, to take them on, those challenges, those tasks. This uncomfortable truth gives you by far the most important insight that you need right now in your journey. And that's the urgency to start taking action right away. Why do we say that? Because what you need at this moment is clarity. Clarity of what are the things that you can take on, what are the tasks that you can accomplish and will create that forward movement. What are the tasks that are not a waste of time and energy? Because you don't want to spend time on something that will get you discouraged. You don't want to spend time on tasks that will make you feel like you're stuck in one place, and then you give up, and then you go back to being stuck. You go back to retreating from your life and from everything that is in front of you. You want to engage in those things that will encourage you to take on new tasks. You want to create some forward momentum. So the only way to create forward momentum is to choose your tasks well, to choose well what you take on, what you engage in. And the only way to choose well is to have some clarity. What are the things that you can take on? What are the things that you cannot? What are the things that have to wait? What are the things that don't need to wait, that can be completed right now and will encourage you, will give you that boost, will give you that forward momentum? Clarity. So the only way to create clarity is to start right now. And then we go back to one simple truth, something that we talked about in one of previous videos. It doesn't matter how you start. So even though there are those tasks that will be a waste of time, the only way to start is to choose anything in your life. And maybe you will choose a wrong task, maybe you will choose a wrong challenge, maybe you will choose a wrong thing to tackle, but it's about finding out. It's about finding out. It's about, how I imagine it excuse me, like you have a big bowl of mess and you want to start decluttering that bowl. You want to start unraveling that bowl. So you just have to start somewhere. So you have to start. I would always suggest, of course, start with the smallest action. But at this point, if you feel stuck, choose any action you want. Just have that level of awareness that you definitely do have. Just use it. That level of awareness to recognize, okay, I have tackled this thing and it's too big for me right now. Okay, I'm going back. I have gained valuable insight, knowing that this is something that has to wait. This time and energy was not wasted because I have learned something. I have learned that this thing has to wait. Okay, let's go back and tackle something different, take on a different challenge and task. So the best advice would be start with anything, start decluttering your life. Because if you feel stuck and overwhelmed, it's most probable that your life is full of tasks and challenges not taken, that are waiting for you, that have to be taken at some point, that have to be engaged in at some point. So start decluttering your life, start unraveling that ball of mess. And it's a probably beautiful mess, but it's a mess nonetheless. Right now, it's a mess nonetheless. That actually rhymes. It's a mess. So you have to start unraveling it, uncluttering. Do that. Any task chosen at this point is good. It's going to start giving you clarity. Small, so-called stupid tasks are going to prove to be the best. That's probably the case. But it doesn't matter. At this point, if you're feeling stuck, all that it matters is that you start decluttering so that you get that sense of clarity. And you have to remember, you have to keep in mind when you see that the task that you've taken on, the challenge that you've taken on is too great, it's not a waste of time. It was not a waste of time to engage in it at this stage, at this beginning stage. It was not a waste of time because it gave you an insight that, okay, this is something we leave for later. So even though I made you more overwhelmed at the beginning, I think this is an extremely encouraging and empowering message that you can't go wrong at this point. You cannot go wrong if you take steps forward. Any kind of steps forward, you cannot go wrong. At the very least, you will get insight, you will get clarity. At the best, you will get clarity and forward movement. So how good is it to know that you can go wrong at this point? That anything you do will start uncluttering your life. That anything you do will be a step forward to your life being less overwhelming. I think I'm going to leave it to this. I don't want to extend my rant because anything more than this will be too much. It's a beautiful day out here, extremely cold, but it just reminded me how stupid I was to dread coming to a cold place, and how beautiful it is actually to experience some change, even if the change is something that is going to a place or to a setting that you usually don't like or you think you don't like. Beautiful day. If you're watching this during the day, I wish you a beautiful day ahead. If you're watching this during night, I wish you a good night's sleep, and I wish you to start decluttering your life tomorrow. Once again, if it's daytime, start decluttering your life right now. All the best to you. Thank you for all the support, all your time and attention. Subscribe, like, comment. Stay strong, love life, never feel sorry for yourself, and know that if you're feeling overwhelmed, you cannot go wrong with any step that you take forward. Thank you.